Hi everyone, welcome again to Geography 341, Nature and Society in California. Once again, I'm your instructor, Jamie Speed. This video is meant to serve as a short introduction to the syllabus. I encourage you to read the syllabus thoroughly. I'm going to go over some high points here, but there's a lot more detail in the syllabus. So first of all, again, I'm Jamie Speed. I have office hours. I have them it's on the syllabus because I'm on campus from 11 to 2 on campus on Mondays or by appointment. But I also hold online office hours for my online classes on Mondays from 12 to 1 p.m. And you can find me on Google Hangouts. You do not need a Google Gmail address in order to use Google Hangouts. You just have to go to hangouts.google.com and you can create an account with any email address, so you can use your Cal State San Marcos one. You will find me on there at jspeed@csusm.edu. I'll be there Mondays from 12 to 1. You can video conference with me or just message back and forth with me. Or again, I will be on campus, and my office location and those hours are available on the syllabus. Just a quick introduction to me. What do? I'm an environmental geographer. So I'm kind of broadly concerned with environmental issues and issues of conservation. I also do a lot of work surrounding marine protected areas, and I've done stuff surrounding urban agriculture. So I kind of have this very diversified background. So I'm an all-around geographer. It's kind of easy to forget in this class that we are in fact in a geography class, but we are. And one of the things I love about geography is I get to do a lot of different things. So we'll come back to this geography idea a little bit later, kind of what is geography and why are we here in the first place talking about nature and society in a geography class. Our course description has California influenced people, or have people changed California? This course will review the historical context within which Spanish, Mexican, European, and Asian settlers arrived in California, including consideration of the state's physical geography, the evolution of nature-society relationships, related myths, social relations, economic trajectories, political currents, and cultural dynamics. Through readings and film, discussion, and lecture, you will pursue classic themes in geography, such as natural resource exploitation, regional development, and urban-rural relations. This is a really broad survey course. We're going to talk about California pre-European contact. We are going to talk about the mission period and gold rush all the way up to the state of Silicon Valley. It is a very broad California course, but we're going to be looking at it through kind of this geographic perspective, including things like natural resource exploitation, regional development, and these urban-rural relations, which you'll understand a lot more of as time goes on. The text that you need for this class is The Human Tradition in California. It is not very expensive. It should be in the bookstore, although they might be short some copies, mainly because they just added a section like a day and a half ago. So I'm guessing that they do not have enough copies of the book. Due to that, your first module, in fact, it's going to look a little bit different here at the end of this PowerPoint because I haven't updated it, but your first module is going to be very brief. It's mostly going to be an introduction to the course and kind of a getting to know you type thing. I'm going to ask you kind of one broad writing exercise. We are really going to pick up next week, but I am going to assume for now that some people, it's going to take them a little while to get this book, given the fact that we just added 30 students. And all the sections of this are completely full. So, but you need to have the book by next week. So you're going to need to kind of scour the internet and find it and get it by next week, because you're going to need it to do the work next week. You can make it through this week without it, but you're going to want to pick that up for next week, because otherwise you will not be able to do your exercises. This is a totally online class, so you need to understand Cougar horses and how to use it and how to navigate it. I am your resource if it is a question about, like, I'm confused about what you're asking for this assignment, I can't see this assignment, things with my own content. If you have questions about Cougar courses in general, there are great resources. Student IT on campus, which is in the library, they are great and they can help you with all of this. I am not the person to help you with I'm uploading my file and there's an error. Mostly because I probably won't know what to do, but also like there's a whole resource center there and available for you. And there should be some on the Cougar Courses homepage for this class, a link to that technical help. The way that I run this class, the way that I run all of my online classes, is that each week is divided into a single module. So basically, you're going to open it up, week 1, module 1, and you're going to follow the steps. There's going to be a 1, a 2, a 3, so on and so forth. You're supposed to complete the module in order. Modules go live at 9 a.m. on Mondays, and they're due at 9 a.m. on Mondays. So there's 2 exceptions to that, which are reflective in the syllabus. The first module is actually due on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday. It's Labor Day, so I can't have you have something that's due then on a holiday. So that one's due on Tuesday. You're welcome to hand it in on Monday. And the last module is due on Saturday, which is just your final exam and your final paper. But generally speaking, by 9 a.m. on Mondays, everything is due, and that is when the next module will go live. Sometimes it'll go live a little bit before then, depending on how together I am. I'm usually tweaking things up right until before they get posted. And so what are you being graded on in this class? It's quite a variety of work. You have 2 exams, which you take obviously totally online. They're both worth 100 points each. They will include a mix of multiple choice and short answer, as well as an essay question. Most of your work, not most of it, but a decent portion of your work comes in what I call writing exercises. There's 12 of those worth 20 points each for a total of 240 points. And so in most modules, not all, but in most modules, you will have to answer some type of discussion question based upon readings and lecture. So again, you're going to need this book in order to complete some of those. You have a research proposal, which is due 20 points. That is for your final paper, which I will talk about later in the semester. I'm not going to talk about now, but you're going to choose kind of a topic to go more in depth on, and you need to write a research proposal for that, and this is a way to give you feedback. If you do not write a research proposal, you cannot hand in a final paper. There's a plagiarism quiz, which you're going to take as part of your first module and read some kind of plagiarism materials. This class, plagiarism counts. Every writing exercise, if you get caught plagiarizing, you don't have to cite all of them. If I want citations, I will ask you for them in the writing exercises. You definitely have to cite in your final paper. But if you copy and paste random stuff from the internet into your writing exercises or in your exams, you will receive a 0 for that assignment and be reported to the university. It is very easy and tempting to plagiarize during an online class. Be careful. Don't do it. Especially most of your stuff is done through Turnitin, and Turnitin is going to catch that anyways. We have a course introduction in this module, which is basically you introducing yourself to me and to the other students in the class, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then a final paper, which again I'll talk about later in the semester. That's worth 100 points for a total of 590 points, which I know is kind of a random number, but trust me, it all works out. And it's based upon kind of what I feel how things should be weighted in the class. Late assignments, full credit for late assignments will only be given in case of a documented illness or another valid documented reason. 10% will be deducted per day for lateness. After 1 week, assignments will not be accepted. No work will be accepted after the final day of the semester. So if Monday 9 a.m. comes around and you haven't done your module, it's better to hand it in a day or two late and receive most of the points for it than to not hand it in at all. I encourage you to do that. Life gets in the way. Sometimes we're sick. Sometimes we need a little extra time. Special accommodations. I'm not going to read the entire special accommodation thing here. It is on the syllabus. But if you receive testing accommodations or any other type of accommodations, please let me know. You need to let me know soon. And I can make those accommodations for you on Cougar Courses. So if you normally take a test in the testing center and you get time and a half, I can give you time and a half on Cougar Courses, but you need to let me know and provide me with that documentation either via email, or you can put it in my mailbox in the Liberal Studies department. And again, just a note on that, cheating, including plagiarism, will not be tolerated in this class. Any student caught cheating will receive a grade of 0 on that assignment and will be reported to the university. Please keep in mind that plagiarism includes any use of another person's words or ideas without proper citation. If you have any further doubts or questions about what constitutes plagiarism, please see me. Ignorance will not be accepted as an excuse. The plagiarism quiz that you're gonna take in part of the first module is meant to be a learning exercise. So read through the plagiarism materials, take the plagiarism quiz, and so we're all on the same page right from the get-go. This is the top of the course schedule. There's a longer course schedule available on your syllabus. And again, I'm taking this California pre-contact, and I'm mostly gonna push most of that into the second module, because I'm guessing that some of you are not going to be able to get your textbook in the next couple days, and I want to be fair about that. You are going to do this extra reading. If there's a star here, this means that there's a file, there's something that I've uploaded into Cougar Courses for you to read. Other than that, these chapters, we don't go necessarily in order in the book, but you're going to want to read the chapter that I assigned for you. Here's the assignments that are due. So this week it's a course introduction, it's the plagiarism quiz, and writing exercise number 1. So again, welcome to Geography 341. Please contact me if you have any questions. I will be on campus all semester, and I mentioned this in the introduction, but I am running this class in person as well. So you know, there's a lot of support for this online class, especially if it's the first time you're taking an online class. This is probably a good one to do just because I'm on campus. Sometimes I teach online at campuses that I'm not there, but this one I am. So again, welcome to the course, and you're going to proceed now onto your first module.